Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're diving into a book that is honestly completely unique. It's actually a private diary that was never ever meant for the public to read. It's called Meditations, and it was written by Marcus Aurelius, the guy who literally ruled the most powerful empire in the ancient world. You know how the Bhagavad Gita teaches inner balance amidst the battlefield of life? Well, Meditations is kind of like that. It teaches us how to build this incredibly calm, unshakable ocean inside ourselves, totally insulated from modern chaos, whether that's endless traffic or just constant digital noise. Let's dive right into this amazing manual for the mind.
Imagine being the man behind this quote. He had all the wealth, power, and luxury you could ever dream of. He could have done literally anything he wanted. But actually, his life was incredibly tough. We're talking plagues, years of grueling border wars, and constant betrayals from his own inner circle. To keep his mind calm, focused, and absolutely unbreakable under that kind of immense stress, he sat in his tent every single night and just wrote in his journal. He was constantly reminding himself how to be a strong, true human being. And you know, that practice is the absolute bedrock of what we now call Stoicism.
So here is our blueprint for today, the Emperor's Manual. We're covering 1. The Control Circle, 2. Amor Fati, 3. Dealing with Toxic People, 4. The Inner Citadel, 5. Memento Mori, and finally, 6. The Fame Trap. Let's start building your mental fortress.
All right, Section 1. Master your control circle. Focus only on what's in your hands.
Honestly, the biggest mistake we make in our modern lives is wasting so much energy on things that are totally outside our control. You know, like a ridiculously hard exam or a boss's bad mood. On one side, we have the things we actually control. Our thoughts, our daily habits, our actions, and our reactions. That's it. On the other side, things we completely lack control over. What other people think of us, the weather, traffic, the economy, the past, the future, the whole shebang. If an exam is hard, well, it's hard. If your boss is angry, they're angry. You literally cannot change that. You can only change your preparation and your reaction. Deeply accepting this simple shift, it eliminates like 90% of your overthinking. You just tell your brain, look, this is not in my control, so I'm not going to ruin my peace over it.
Moving to Section 2. Amor Fati. Love fate and embrace whatever happens.
A lot of us say things like, well, whatever happens, happens for the best, right? But Amor Fati takes that idea to a completely new level of psychological strength. It means you don't just passively accept your circumstances. No, you actively love and embrace every single situation that comes your way. Whether it's a massive failure, an illness, financial loss, or a super painful rejection, you treat it like a close friend and a huge opportunity to grow. It's really about unlocking this deeply ancient, unshakable power within yourself. Marcus gives us this absolutely beautiful analogy for this. Think of a fragile little candle. If you throw some dirt on it, or even just blow on it, the candle goes out completely. Now picture a massive, roaring wildfire. Whatever you throw into a wildfire, wood, trash, rocks, whatever, it just consumes it. It uses all that debris as fuel to burn even brighter and hotter. You need to be that wildfire in your life. When a startup fails or you face a painful rejection, you shouldn't cry and ask, why me? Instead, you got to ask, how can I use this to become stronger? Every single obstacle is just fuel for your inner wildfire.
All right, Section 3. Dealing with Toxic People. Do not give away your remote control.
As emperor, Marcus had to deal with greedy, deceitful, and backstabbing people literally every day. And honestly, we face those exact same toxic personalities now, whether it's on our daily commute or sitting in the office. This was his absolute must-do morning rule. If you leave your house expecting the world to be perfect, expecting every auto rickshaw driver to be totally fair or your colleagues to be 100% supportive, your day is basically guaranteed to be ruined. The second someone is rude to you, boom, your mood crashes. So Marcus reminds us to actively anticipate difficult people right from the start.
So how do we actually handle them? Well, you treat toxic behavior like a clinical symptom. Marcus realized that people often act terribly just because they're confused about what's actually good or bad. In a way, it's like they're mentally unwell. Think about a seasoned doctor. A doctor doesn't get personally offended if a sick patient yells out in hain, right? They feel pity, they stay detached, and they just do their job. It is the toxic person's job to be toxic, but it's your job to maintain your mental balance. Seriously, do not hand them the remote control to your emotions. That brings us to Section 4, guarding the inner citadel. Your mind is an unbreakable fortress. Marcus Aurelius deeply believed that your mind is an absolute unbreakable fortress. And here is the really profound truth. No external event, no enemy
can enter this fortress and actually hurt you unless you willingly open the gates from the inside and label it as a bad event. Let's test this with a real-world scenario. Imagine you're driving and you get into a car accident. You're totally unhurt, thank goodness, but your vehicle is badly damaged. Take a second. How do you normally process this kind of unexpected, chaotic stress?
A weak mind immediately jumps to, man, my luck is terrible, my entire day is ruined, what a massive loss. By saying that, you literally just open the gates and let the enemy right into your citadel. But a stoic mind says, okay, I'm safe, money can always be remade, and honestly, this is a great reminder that life is unpredictable and I need to drive carefully. Notice something there? The event itself is exactly the same. The car is ruined in both scenarios, but your reaction completely dictates your suffering. As Stoicism teaches, choose not to be harmed and you simply won't feel harmed.
Now for Section 5. Remember you must die. Embracing memento mori.
Take a breath for a second and just let that sink in. This isn't meant to be scary at all. Actually, it's meant to be incredibly clarifying and deeply urgent. While a lot of cultures consider talking about death to be unlucky or taboo, Marcus Aurelius saw fearing it as, well, absolute foolishness. He believed you could leave life right now, at this very moment, and you should let that fact determine what you do, what you say, and what you think. Death shouldn't be a fear. It should really be your greatest advisor. Just look at how memento mori changes your everyday life. When you actually realize your time is short, do you really want to spend 2 hours arguing with a total stranger on the internet over some rage-bait post? Absolutely not. It ends those small, foolish arguments instantly. It generates this intense, powerful gratitude for the simple fact that you woke up today. You treat your family better. You give 100% to your work. And maybe most importantly, it melts the ego completely. It doesn't matter how successful of a creator, student, or business person you become, eventually we all return to the earth. It keeps you incredibly humble and totally focused.
Section 6. Escaping the fame trap. Curing validation dependency.
We live in an era where we are just desperate for thumbs up, likes, and constant praise for every single little action we take. A single negative comment can literally ruin our entire week. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us of something beautiful. An emerald remains beautiful even if no one ever praises it. Gold keeps its absolute value whether people understand it or not. Chasing public opinion is a total trap. The people praising you today will probably forget you tomorrow. So you've got to cut out the noise. Focus purely on improving your character and the actual quality of your work, instead of constantly chasing temporary, hollow praise. Just be the emerald.
Finally, our conclusion. The Daily Stoic Toolkit.
The absolute ultimate lesson from Meditations is that a true king or queen doesn't rule the world, they rule their own mind. So here's your actionable daily Stoic toolkit. Step 1. The control check. When you feel fear or anger bubbling up, pause and ask, is this in my control? If it's not, drop it immediately. Step 2. Morning prep. Wake up actually expecting some things to go wrong and some people to be difficult. That way your inner peace is never caught off guard. And step 3. Focus on the present. The past is gone, the future isn't here yet. Whether you're coding, studying, or working right now, give 100% of your mind to this exact moment.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Look at your own life, your own daily struggles. Which concept do you need the most right now to conquer your modern chaos? Do you really need to master your circle of control, or is it time to fully embrace memento mori? Take some time to reflect on that, let us know what you think in the comments, and keep building that inner citadel.